We have it, we just need to share the knowledge. We need to share it so that every one of us here leaves winning. Instagram just was out for like 24 hours.
Like one day that platform just might not exist anymore.
I truly believe in 5 to 10 years, maybe even sooner, the most successful, influential and wealthiest people in our society are going to be young black athletes. And the content I was looking for, I didn't see. And I've always been the kind of person where if I don't see it, I'm going to create it myself.
I did a review saying this thing is not working, don't buy this, The company got back to me, they said, we're sorry that it wasn't working. We're going to send you a new one that's working. Feel cool, can you change your review?
This is the content creation panel. It will be hosted by Zoe. Let's take a round of applause for Zoe, please. And if she needs any backup, she'll be helped out by Michael Harding, who's out there on the side, yeah? Zoe, straight over to you. You know, the people want to know who these people are, what content creation is, and why we should even be bothered about content creation, yeah? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dexter, for that warm welcome. Can we give all our panelists again a warm welcome, round of applause? I'm excited about this panel because I need help with content creation. I know I need help. So I really am excited to get to know everybody on the panel, understand like your expertise, and then also just share the knowledge, because I think one thing that Dexter said earlier today was we have it, we just need to share the knowledge. We need to share it so that every one of us here leaves winning. And that is exactly what I want to do. I want everyone to share. So for those who don't know, my name is Zoe Gosh. I own a company called Miss Independent Careers. I'm all about helping young women get into careers, especially young women from our backgrounds. In our area, I work in the Merton and Croydon area, and I do lots of programs for girls, but I also teach business at a university. Why I really wanted to get involved with this panel is because of sharing the knowledge, because I was like, this is local, and I wanted to get involved in us all sharing the knowledge with one another. So I want everyone else to introduce themselves, what you do, how you got into content creation in the first place. So let's just pass the mic around.
So my name is Hannah Spence. Back in April 2023, I quit my 10-year career as a primary school teacher in South London to launch my social media marketing agency, Clockflower Solutions. And since then, I've helped hundreds of business owners to leverage their social media platforms to grow their brand visibility and to generate tens of thousands of pounds worth of revenue for their businesses. So I'm hoping that we drop some gems for you today. And yeah, I'll pass on to Joel.
Thank you. What's good, people? I'm Jamal, also Joel. More of a content creator, not as exciting as Hannah. I just create content. I create a lot of tech content, a lot of consumer tech content, and also a lot of food content. I like to big up my black food businesses as well to make sure that they can get that social media reach that they might not necessarily get on their own without realizing how to use social media. I think that, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I can drop something that might be useful for at least one or two of you kind of thing today.
My name is Jordan. By day, I am the European sales leader for a Series B tech startup. By night, I have a platform called The Long Play. I break down the business behind sport in the UK and the EU. I made that platform for 2 reasons. As I get older, business moves or my favorite athletes or my favorite sports leagues are actually just as interesting as the things that happen on the pitch. So I wanted to bring that information in a more digestible manner. But the real reason why I did that is because I truly believe in 5 to 10 years, maybe even sooner, the most successful, influential and wealthiest people in our society are going to be young black athletes. It's happening already. And I want to build a platform to tell their stories. So that's me.
I'm Zeke. I go by the name of Zeke's Master on all platforms. I'm a Twitch streamer and make TikToks, everything along that of gaming. My main games are like FIFA, trendy games really, and I react to like trendy YouTubers, content creators or music, and then just post them online. That's really it, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I love the diversity of the content creation panel. So I'm really excited to get into how you all became content creators. So first question is, how did you first get into content creation? And 2, how do we build like a paying career in content creation?
Started making YouTube videos about in college when I was like 18, 19, which was like 2019, 2020 during lockdown with my friends, but I was like a joke. I used to watch him play FIFA and then used to give me the pad. So then I've always been on that. I took it seriously, I'll say around 2022. I'll say the biggest thing on it is consistency, really. Just you have to stay consistent. The small success is the biggest thing.
I just want to hold on that point. How do you stay motivated and consistent? Because especially now that content creation, the power of technology has made content creation so accessible. So then I feel like some of the young people that I work with struggle with that motivation to stay consistent. So I want to ask you, how do you stay motivated?
I'll say when I post my clips, I always see results from it. So I think results are always motivating as well. A year ago, I got a raid on Twitch is when a bigger bigger streamer, but will come into your stream and then bring all his followers into your stream. And he had like a good couple million on Twitch, and I was only on 200 followers. So that was like showed me that I could really do this. From then, need to stay resilient, keep my head down, take it serious.
So I like that. So making sure you have good people around you, keep you motivated, and then just like what you said, just relying on those results, like those little wins, maybe celebrating the little wins as you go. Okay, I like that. All right, let's pass on to our next content creator. How did you get into this, and also how did you make it a full-time job?
So I'm still part-time.
Okay,
I have a pretty time-intensive full-time job, so it's still part-time for me. How did I get into it? I'm a content consumer myself. I'm one of the few people that pay for YouTube. I hate the adverts on YouTube. I can't stand them. And the content I was looking for, I didn't see. And I've always been the kind of person where if I don't see it, I'm going to create it myself. So I took this first step and I started creating content that way. So that's how I got into the game. I'm not that deep into it. I started back end of last year. But your second question is, how do I stay consistent?
Yeah.
I think one thing you said was quite important, results. You start seeing just your platform starting to grow, and that's like a dopamine hit that just keeps you coming back all the time. So that's definitely one thing. I'm a sports fan. I'm a neat. I'm a Man United fan. My favorite footballer of all time is Rio Ferdinand. A couple months ago, I looked on my Instagram. Rio Ferdinand's following me. He's liking my shit. I'm like, cool. I'm onto some shit now. Andy Cole, massive hero for me when I was younger as a Man United fan. He follows me. When you start seeing some people follow you, people that are bigger than you, people your heroes, you're not gonna stop. So just keep going. As you say, keep being consistent. Build a good process, and your platform will grow inevitably.
I got started in a kind of casual way. I bought something off of Amazon. It was a charger. It was a good $10.99 couple of years ago. I think just before lockdown. This charger came in, it didn't work. I was like, rah, people actually tried to suck my $10.99 and the thing is not working. I actually started typing to them and saying, look, I did a review saying this thing is not working. Don't buy this. Long story short, the company got back to me. They said, we're sorry that it wasn't working. We're going to send you a new one that's working. Feel cool. Can you change your review? So I updated my review. I even did a little video for it to say, the charger's working now. They said, oh my God, we love how professional you've done your video. Can we send you some more stuff to review for us? And you also write reviews for those. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So they sent me some more stuff. I reviewed it. Another company now messaged me and said, can we send you some stuff to review like you did for them? Now it started like just snowballing out of control kind of thing, to the point where I see tech companies like MSI, Lenovo, Elgato contacting me and saying, we love what you've done for this company. Can you now review something for our company kind of thing as well? And I guess that's just how it kind of rolled for my tech content kind of stuff, because I've done it in a nice casual way where I don't really think I saw anyone from Southeast London with my kind of accent reviewing tech computers, geeky stuff that some Southeast Londoners don't really care about kind of thing. And then more recently, I guess I started doing food reviews as well in the same kind of manner, just for banter. And everyone's like, this guy's not trying to sell us stuff. He's giving us his perspective. I can trust this guy. He's not trying to sell us stuff. He's giving us his perspective. So let me go to this restaurant. And now that's also started rolling where, people are like inviting me to restaurants, trying foods. I guess staying consistent, like the guy said here, when you start seeing results, there was a all-you-can-eat Jamaican restaurant in Croydon. I think it's called 876. And they invited me down. I did a review. That one just blew kind of thing. And they came back telling me saying, wow. I'm like, 2 months later, they're still getting people coming in saying they've seen my video and, that business is just booming kind of thing. So I was like, I can actually help people by doing content that I didn't mind doing in the first place. Let's make this into a business kind of thing. Yeah, and that's how it's been.
So for me, as I tried to create my exit plan out of teaching, I wanted to market my online tutor business and I really struggled with it. I'm really fortunate. I've got lots of entrepreneurs in my circle. One of them is Bianca Miller-Cole. She was on The Apprentice. And I said to her, babe, how do you use social media to market a business? My son tells me that you can make money, but how do you do it? And she said, babe, I don't know, but when you learn, can you teach me? So that's exactly how I started on this journey. And there's something that Dexter touched on earlier, is about partnerships. So along the way, it's like meeting other people. I've got Chelina Pert in the audience, who's another fellow content creator, social media marketer. It's about building those partnerships and learning about what the problem is that other people have. People will always buy from you if you're solving a problem for them. So that's how I managed to generate income through my business from that. And you mentioned how to stay consistent. I've got 2 children, but also just, I don't know if anyone else, has a faith in God, but just having that faith and that conviction that God will provide, because it's not always easy, right? It's not always easy. If you've got a 9 to 5, you've got that consistency, that stability. But if you don't, when I left my job, I wasn't sure. But it's about just having that faith, knowing that God will always provide. And that's what just gets me through those tough times.
I like that a lot. Can we give a round of applause for that as well? Taking that leap of faith, but also trusting that it's going to work out, and also thinking, you know what, this is it. So I think sometimes you have to get to that point when you are, because you're not always, I will say sometimes the results are really tiny. They're not as big as, Andy Cole, but sometimes they're really small, and it is a bit disheartening. Before I go into that, I want to talk more about the apps and the technology side of how you guys created your, I would say, growing empires. What kind of apps and things did you use to start creating your content. So what would you recommend? Yeah, your top 3. Let's go down to top 3 apps that you use to grow your empire.
So for me, it's Canva, graphic design tool, really simple.
I'm a fan of Canva. How many people use Canva already?
Yes.
Okay, there's quite a few people. If you don't, please do. Graphic design made simple.
Exactly. It's also founded by a woman, so I'm like, woo,
same.
female entrepreneurs. Another one for me is obviously AI, so like ChatGPT or any other variation. Crucial for my business. It helps me plan content for my clients quickly, effectively.
Can you give us a good example of how you use it?
Yes,
as well.
Definitely. So there's lots of like ChatGPT prompts. Like when I was starting out, I used a very basic one, like give me 10 content ideas for somebody who wants to help business owners with their social media marketing. And it listed 10. And that was very basic, but it just helped me get going with, okay, this is now how I can plan content and post content on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. So that's just one example. Obviously, as you move on in a game and you get better at it, use different prompts. Again, you can check in with other people and partnerships and find other content creators that, on the platforms and get ideas from that too. But ChatGPT, AI, couldn't have done my business without it.
Okay, and one more.
And I'd say like MailChimp as well. So
we're
all about content creation, but when it's a business, you need to find a way to make sure you're always nurturing your audience offline as well. So sometimes Instagram and these platforms have outages. Yeah, that's mad. Like one day that platform just might not exist anymore.
The Instagram just was out for like 24 hours. And so I was thinking content creators that are solely reliant on Instagram, how are they going to make their money? And like you said, MailChimp, it's an emailing platform. You can own the data of like emails and people that are in your network.
It goes back to what Dexter was saying about ownership. You take them off, you'd have your clients off the platform and your email marketing list, that's yours. As long as MailChimp stays around. Otherwise, I'm stuffed. Those are my top 3.
Okay, I like that.
I got a different perspective because I'm part-time in this, so I don't do my own editing. So an app that I use, I don't know if you guys use Fiverr, where you can go online and you can get different people to do odd jobs. And my editor I found on Fiverr, cheap, quick, fast. I outsource my editing. I really don't have time to do that myself, and I think that actually helps me because I just create the content I want and then someone else does all the admin stuff that I don't have to do. That'd be the first one for me. If someone's a part-time creator in here, definitely go on Fiverr, Fiverr.com. A lot of talented people on the internet all over the world. Second thing, there is a Google Chrome extension called Outliers. And what that allows you to do when you're on a YouTube channel, it tells you the videos on that channel that have outperformed all the others. So if you go on someone's channel and you're like, they make good content, you can sort it by their best performing videos relative to all the others. And then you can copy their thumbnails, you can copy their titles, you can see what's working for them, and so on and so forth. It just saves you having to scroll back 3 years to see which videos have done well. That just sorts it all out. Third one, Mr. Beast has a new tool that he released about 3 months ago called viewstats.com. It allows you, again, it's a Chrome extension, you put it on your Chrome, and it allows you to see a YouTube channel. You can compare the performance of videos, you can see what thumbnails are doing well, you can see how that video that someone just released has ranked relative to the last 10 videos. You can compare your YouTube channel to a next person's YouTube channel to see who the followers, the subscribers, where their views are coming from. It just allows you to compare and see where you're at. But if you get into the analytics of your shit, that's another way in which you can grow much faster.
I like that a lot. Can you just name the 3 again?
Fiverr.
Yeah.
Fiverr. That's the platform where you can go and find talent online. Second one is called Outliers. It's a Google Chrome extension. I don't know how it's spelled. I think it's with a Z. Maybe you can just search Outliers Google Chrome extension, you'll find it. The third one is viewstats.com. viewstats.com. It's Mr. Beast's new tool.
I like that you touched on that because understanding data is so important, especially in content creation. Otherwise, like you said, you're just going to be creating blindly, whereas you can learn from others quite quickly with those. So really, really cool tips. I hope everyone's taking some notes because I'm taking some notes too.
For me, I would say number 1 is OBS Studio. That's my main source of streaming, editing. Without that, I don't think I'll be here. Number 2, I would say TikTok. Everyone's on TikTok nowadays. With TikTok, you have to really study the algorithm, the hashtags, make sure you're using the right hashtags, posting at the right times. So, keep your audience there. And lastly, I'll say for me, I'll say Twitch. Twitch doesn't have an algorithm, so it's really just you by yourself, but you really have to push, keep consistent. Yeah, that's my 3.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Maybe I can strip it down and say using a calendar.
Yes.
As simple as it might sound, at this age, if I'm not coughing, I'm forgetting. If it's not in my calendar, it hasn't happened kind of thing.
I agree with you
Even
on
my
that.
brethren's birthday is tomorrow. I've had to put in my calendar that I'm going to her birthday to chill out. Or Nelly in the crowd as well. But yeah, definitely a calendar. I would say definitely an Intel device to edit. If you're doing a lot of heavy video editing, a lot of 4K video editing, depending on what your client wants or what your client needs, I'd say definitely get an Intel device that would, not sponsored by Intel anyway, by the way. An Intel device really chops helps through video editing very quickly to a point where I can get the video edits out quicker. I can get more clients in a lot quicker as well. And just, I guess, workloads done a lot faster kind of thing. That's the main thing. Get out, get done real quick. Third thing, probably say, can I say my Nintendo? The
Okay.
reason was sometimes I sit at my editing desk for ages, just pushing out content. And if I do not release some stress on Nintendo, Mario Kart, all of that, I will go crazy, I will burn out, and I won't make any more content. If I can just relax, play some little Nintendo, then be like, you know what? Let me go cash in this other editing kind of thing, get that done, get that out the way. It's all good usually kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go for my Nintendo and
Okay,
games
Nintendo.
consoles.
So inspiration.
Yeah, more of a relaxed wind down kind of thing to
Okay.
help me wind down.
Yeah, I think we all need because sometimes, like you say, you get that mind block sometimes as content creators. You get fatigued, so you do have to have maybe also use technology to calm yourself down so that you can rejuvenate and be able to create fresh content.